Welcome to Beyond the Scrubs. Today I have Stritz because my other co-host, they got other things going on and can't make it.
Playoffs or red zone?
The playoff or red zones. Get bounced out after 2 games. But anyways.
Right, Matt?
Yeah.
Rogers.
Yeah. Thank you to our sponsor, Miguelito, the best pastelitos in town. Yeah. So how you been, buddy?
Been good, man.
3-0?
Yeah, surprisingly 3-0. We had a good week with 5 strong. We went 2 weeks with 5 strong, and we wound up going 4-2.
You gave me the business?
Yeah. You gave yourself the business, I think, that game.
Yeah, I did. I think bad. I don't know. I was just in a mental. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I felt like I wasn't there.
I think our game plan for that game was the best we've had so far. And I talked to Peter like 4 days in advance, and we've been planning it. And we just said, I'll play deep safety, and you'll play up on the line on Peaky.
Next time that won't happen.
Why?
I'll make you come up.
Donald's gonna outjump me again?
No, I'm not gonna make you come up. We were trying to go deep in that game. I was looking at all the videos.
Yeah,
we're trying to go deep every play.
And that's what we thought you guys were gonna do that, and that's why we said let's take it away. Yeah. Like we have Donald's 99% of the times he outjumped me. That one time he didn't. But other than that, I think we played you guys really good.
Yeah, the thing is we couldn't stop you on defense. I think we kind of figured out towards the end how to move the ball on you guys, but
it's too late.
It was too late, and it was just one of those games that it just snowballed.
I think the biggest turn in that game was that third down pass that I don't know if you saw the play, if you watched it or not. I had Reynaldo rushing me, so I pump faked him.
Oh yeah, you shook him.
So I know I pump faked him in the air. He jumped, so I was able to jump, and then I just dumped it to the play was just dumping, not taking an interception, nothing, and just pray that something happens. And then Andres ran over Ham, landed for the first down.
Yeah, that was the play of the game because we would have gotten the ball back. I think we were down
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, and then we scored that drive at the end of the game.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that was it. I just think it was a game that snowballed, but you guys played great. I can't take anything away from you guys. So
listen, Andres and Eric sort of this week.
Eric's a little monster, good little player, or big player, pretty big dude,
big dude.
Yeah,
we had to calm him down first game because he was like, I'm open every play. And we told him, listen, we'll get you the ball, bro. We see you. We cannot miss you on the field.
Right, of course.
You're gonna get the ball.
Yeah,
and it was his first time playing with us, so he was like all angsty and all that stuff against Angels team.
So I think you're set up to make a run. I honestly think you're probably the best team in that division. Maybe the Falcons I would put there, but that all depends on remet. But I think 1 through 6, you're there with the Falcons.
Yeah, I like Remet's team a lot, and I've said it from the beginning. I just think he has a lot of inconsistencies on offense because Clint, Reyna, they're consistently dropping. They're perfect passes, right?
And
you see them just shit the bed a lot of the times.
You started playing together. As the season progresses, they're going to fall more in sync. So
Clint has played with Remet for 22 years.
I know.
So it's not.
It's crazy. He's just one of those players always ends up, like those two always end up together. And it's, you know the rule about DD. You draft your friends, you're not gonna win. But
I guess that's yes and no.
I can go through many examples of people drafting their friends and they lose.
I guess I'm short on the stick. I've only been here for my second full season, 2 tournaments. So and I tend to pick people that I know as well.
Of course, you feel comfortable.
It's a comfort level.
I do the same thing too.
No, like Ace was like, "Oh, Stritz, you hand the ball off too much to Peter." I said, "Yeah, but I went 3-0. I don't care about the statistics."
Yeah, and that's what people are telling me. Like, "Oh, I'm the handoff king. I'm this."
I don't care.
All right, so let me get this straight. I draft basically, essentially, in our league now, saying that he is. I draft the LeBron James.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go have him sit on the 3-point line, and I'm not gonna give him the ball.
I would give Piggy 90% of the handoffs. Too.
So, like, I mean, my stats are not showing for it. I'm second to last in stats.
And you're 4-2-1.
Yeah, or 4-1-1.
4-1.
So, I drafted for a reason.
Yep.
To me, he was the best overall player, and I thought, and I could play with him because I've played with Piki in the past. We've played red zone together, and I get along with him perfectly. He doesn't bother me at all, actually, and I think he's a good teammate, a very good teammate. He's got his things. He likes going at it with the refs, and I've talked to him about that. And last week he kind of calmed it down.
But that's Piki being Piki.
Yeah, of course.
He tries to get in your head. He tries to get in the ref's head, the player's head. He tries to get into my head.
It's psychological warfare.
He's like, "Oh, Stritz, do you feel the earth in your shoulders now?" I said, "No, I don't care."
I know he talks in those terms. It's hilarious.
I'm the one person who's not going to care about winning or losing this game. I promise you. I want to win every game, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
So talk to me. Let's talk about, because the DDPA seems to be a sore subject in the league. I voted to keep them, but what are your thoughts?
I just think they have to, when they're analyzing trades, they just have to analyze the trades for what it is. It's A and B,
right?
Oranges and apples, whatever the case is, and not have to worry about if they're making the team in my division better or they're making the team in the other division.
That's the way it's always been.
But apparently it's not that way this season.
Right.
And there's a lot, like last year, I think there's only 3 guys in the DDPA. There's 5 this year. So you have a lot more guys.
I think Joan messed it up big time.
I think he put too many guys that are in the league.
He didn't put them in. What he did was he allowed these guys to
vote
pick
to each other.
Yeah, to pick guys, and you can't do that. Like you cannot do. In
So
my opinion,
Pepito, Peaky, Ray, Steady. It's 4, I think. No, and one more. Jose G. I think no.
Is it Enzo?
No, it's not. No, Enzo can't be in there.
Missing one.
Regardless, Chris D, I think is the final vote or something like that. Regardless, there's just too many guys on. Oh, Swazo's in there too, and Swazo dropped. But you would have had 5 guys on 5 different teams, so there's going to be a conflict of interest at the end of the day. There shouldn't be. There should be zero bias.
The way I've done it as commissioner is I've picked the ones that I knew were going to be the fairest.
Raymet, Angel, and
Corona. Where I can have an adult conversation with them and say, "Look, guys, these are the facts. Remove your emotion from it. Remove your biases from it. Is it fair? You know, are the teams trying to upgrade themselves? Is there no collusion? Fine. Boom. We got it through." I thought when I was commissioner, I had 2 of the best DDPAs that we've had. And I know you've been here a short amount of time, but we've had...
Well, last year was really good, and last year there was... I don't think there was any hiccups at all.
There was zero hiccups.
They've been protesting since day one, to remove them.
But allow, hey, you can pick this guy and that guy. No, there needs to be a process in your decision making in picking these guys.
What happened today, I think, is not good for the league overall. So according to them, everybody voted no, and then Joan went ahead and said, "Well, now I want to have the league vote." So why have the DDPA all vote unanimously no, and then now you're going to overturn them?
Right.
So...
Yeah, and that's a new curveball. And I'm going to be honest, because that's never happened. Not when I've been commissioner.
I don't think it should happen, because that's why you have a leadership in place for a reason.
Right.
If it would have been tied 3-3, okay, Joan has a final decision.
I think it has to be so outrageous where the commissioner has to step in. Like, I had to step in once or twice, I think, where it was outrageous, where they weren't approving a guy and they were like right around each other.
Which is fine. Yeah. But this was unanimous no.
Right.
So across the board. Yeah. So why bring it to the league now where you're going to have controversy? And I was messing with Chris Martinez all day. I would vote yes. And he's like, "Oh, thanks." And then 20 minutes later, I was like, "No, I voted no." I go, "Now it's even 26-26. He's like, "Come on, Stritch, you're fucking with me."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Whatever." I
was talking to Peaky because we got on the phone like right before we got here, and I'm like, "Dude, Lavares is not that far ahead from what's his name, from Norman."
From Norman, I think he's overall a better player. But if you're not supposed to pick someone who's better, it has to be equal or lesser value. Then Lavares, I think, is a better player overall than Norm. And Norm's coming off an injury. Everyone knew that. So it's not like he's 100% to begin with.
I just don't think the gap's that big.
I don't think it's that big either. But if the decision was made, you got to stick by a decision. Because now every decision that's going to happen, now if I get a vote no, I'm be like, well, take it to the league. So now everyone gets a chance to vote.
Right.
So we're going to do that for every trade, every up and down.
We'll see. That's a very valid point. Because now it opens Pandora's box.
That's exactly what he did today. By doing that, I know... Yeah. He likes to sprinkle in his little things and all that.
Yeah, of course.
And it's not bad intentions. It's just now everyone's gonna be like, "Oh,
it creates more challenges." Let's just
for himself.
Yeah,
because now he has to do it. Now the trade, like, listen, if I get a trade and they tell me no, well, now I want the league to vote on the trade.
Right.
Now everyone's gonna know.
Right.
And it shouldn't be that way because that's why we have the DDPA. They vote no, yes.
Right.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
So.
But I am hearing that the DDPA is asking players, "Hey, you're making a team better."
It happened with me. They called me. And I talked to to the guy who said it, and he's like, "Listen, I didn't do it in a bad ways." But it starts to think, well, is there bias in that decision? Because the team that I'm
playing, there's always going to be bias, right? Because if they're playing in the actual season,
exactly my point.
There's going to be bias.
That's why
it's hard. It's hard to remove that. So you got to have a special group of guys that can kind of put that to the side. Which I believe the last 2 seasons we've had that.
Well, Angel didn't play last season, so it was good because he's involved in the league,
right?
But he's also in that league. He has no care for anybody who's winning or losing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that did definitely help.
Yeah.
But Swazo's that guy this season now, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they didn't play. I mean,
I think Steady's just taking it too personal. I think he's just
the power trip.
That's what you want to call it. Lack of targets, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Right.
He's upset at the world.
All right. So let's move now to the stuff that matters. What surprised you the most out of this season? So we're going into week 3, and what do you?
I'm surprised Speedy's 1-4-1.
Really,
I thought he would have had a good. Actually, on the last show that we had on the FaceTime, I thought he would have gone 3-0 that week. I think he had an easy schedule, and he just shit the bed that week.
Yeah, if you look at PD as a business, like if you looked at it as a financial statement, like a P&L, or you looked at him like if he was in the stock market, the data shows
beautiful.
Yeah, no. The data shows that he doesn't win in DD.
But I don't know that because I know PD from the last 25 years.
Yeah, PD's never been profitable in DD.
I'm starting to notice that because I thought he got Danny Dominguez back.
Yeah.
He had a good week 1 without Danny Dominguez.
Yeah.
Then he switched last Sanchez for Danny Dominguez week 1 and goes 2-1 or whatever the case. Or 1-1.
Yeah.
Then he brings Danny Dominguez and takes Lance Sanchez out and he goes 0-3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how's that possible? And I thought he had favorable matchups.
I didn't like the move he made. So I liked the first move he made where he raped Dario.
He got Gerson and
Angel Alvarez.
And
but then he flipped Gerson and Angel Alvarez from Moscoso.
So I'm like, why are you taking a tier 6? Like, I really got Mo. I said, yeah, but now you have a tier 6.
You have a tier 6. Like Angel and Gerson are mismatches at that tier.
Angel would have been his worst, or Gerson, either or would have been his
worst player.
His worst player.
There would have been a problem for a lot of people. But now you sprinkle Diego in there, and I'm looking at it now. I'm like, oh.
Diego has a rush or play linebacker.
Right.
Once.
Exactly.
So I'll take it.
So I don't think that made him any better. I guess that's one of the surprises.
I think that surprised me. I thought Colts were going to come back to reality after week 1. The Cardinals are 4-1-1. That's very surprising as well. I thought I don't think they have a good offense besides AJ and Bolton.
Let me tell you, I've ref 3 of their games this season already. And it's very frustrating to watch because what Bolty does is he waits for the rusher to get to him.
And then breaks.
All
the time. Never fails.
And then the other part that bothers me, which is nothing against him, like I whatever. Bro, he waits till the last second of the play clock to snap the ball. And it drives me crazy because I got to count every single. And then he's like, they don't know which way they're going. Steady's running a hitch every single time. So you got one player eliminated.
Doesn't feel.
Yeah.
I actually watched one of their last games, and I feel bad. Listen, Steady's a good guy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I love everyone here. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I literally watched them in the huddle, and Steady was already lined up in his position.
I saw that. I've ref 3 other games. I've seen that a lot.
And I go, what was the huddle play? He goes, fuck do I know?
Right. Wow.
So he's like, I'm just going to run a hitch or run a goal and just – they're not throwing me the ball anyways. I think he had 3 catches in 3 games.
Yeah.
Week 1, he had 1 catch.
Doesn't even look at him.
At all.
And let me tell you, I would watch what Steady's doing, and Steady will run a post by himself, wouldn't throw him the ball.
Doesn't care.
But the problem is he doesn't have his eyes on the field. He has his eyes on the rusher.
He's waiting for the rusher to get there to break.
And he's under center a lot.
Because he's not a usual quarterback here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to make the break the play, make the rusher miss, and buy himself some time or whatever the case is.
They're talented though.
Oh, they are.
They're very talented, and they'll be there.
I just think in the long run,
they'll continue to win.
I think in the long run it'll catch up to when they still have Roger on defense and
Victor Lugo.
Victor Lugo, yeah.
Lugo's a nice little player.
He is. He's a hustler. He plays hard.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
But I think listen, they've got 2 tier 6s at the end of the day.
Right.
So we'll see if it catches up to them at the end of the day or not. But other than that, I think it's been pretty. The top division, everyone has 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 12, 13, except for the Dolphins. I thought.
What a disappointment, huh?
Like everyone's like, oh, Angel's such a great manager.
GM.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He drafted 2 tier 6 guys.
I agree.
He got Pat,
and he drafted one of his friends, Diego,
ahead of a lot of other guys. The
one that's a head scratcher is how they didn't take Darnell over Pat. Yeah, because that would have changed the whole dynamic of their team. And when I got that gift, I was like, oh,
knowing Pat was going to be out a week.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I love Pat. Like, I would have been happy with Pat.
Listen, great player at the end of the day. But missing a week and you can get Darnell's athleticism.
Listen, speed kills in DD. It kills in any level, but in DD,
it's huge.
You got to have speed.
Because you have so many mismatches.
Correct.
And you have guys that are lower tier guys in the rotation that have to cover at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But his trades might have gotten him a little better, but I think they're going to be a bottom dweller there at that division. And they're 8 points back already,
Yeah, they're 8 points back, yeah. So the Patriots making some noise.
Yeah, they went 2-1.
Mm-hmm. With Enzo at quarterback. Yeah. Now they get Freddie Semino. Let me see who they play. Who do they play? Week 3. They got you.
They got us, Falcons and Cardinals. They have 3 hard games.
Oh, boy.
They play us bright and early, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a revenge game for Chris and Freddie. They want to take my head off.
Yes, first game, all of them playing together finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't know. I think you guys got that game, to be honest.
Listen, I like our chances a lot because we have so many mismatches.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the way we're running our offense right now with the little handoffs, they don't know to come up, to come back. They don't know who's getting the handoff. If
Right.
Peter's getting, he's not getting it.
Right.
And so
The Raiders, Craigo.
they're still trying to make a move. I think that Craigo and Chris D experiment's over with. I've talked to Craigo plenty of times, and it's just only a matter of time. Him and Pet are the two quarterbacks are going to be moved in the next. If it's not by this weekend, it'll be after the weekend.
After this week?
Yeah, I think they just can't. Pet can't with that team anymore.
Yeah, that team's not very good. You see?
Pet made that trade with me, and I thought I did really good in that trade. I didn't know Carlos Lopez was missing because I looked at the schedule. I saw Suazo, so I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So it was my fault. But I still went 3-0 without Carlos Lopez. So now he has.
Yeah, Petra has a tough road ahead of him if he can't get traded. Yeah, look, man. I mean, this show's about scrubs, right?
But the problem is, who's going to take Petra at the end of the day? Because if he can't, he's not going to quarterback any other team.
You don't think so?
Who's he going to quarterback over? Who's going to want to give up their power of quarterbacking?
Yeah, that's the thing. Who wants to give up their power? Somebody that wants to win, maybe.
Unless you tell me the 49ers can trade for him because Georgie has a broken thumb or whatever the case is. So maybe there he'll be a fit.
Yeah.
But is
Georgie... Who says they have to give up their power? What if their team gets rid of them?
True. Yeah.
Would you take Josh or Petra? Ooh.
Respectfully?
Yeah. Josh.
No.
Really?
Right now, I'm willing to give Petra a chance.
Really?
50.
Over Josh?
Right now.
Remember, he has to play offensive defense.
I got the best Josh story, by the way.
Remember,
that's true. Yeah.
Remember, so that means you and Petra are going to be in the field a lot then.
Yes, but now, take into consideration, Monkey's gone.
Yeah. And you guys picked up Surge.
I mean, granted, I've seen Surge play, but
yeah,
for
he's
not
Monkey. He's not Monkey. So. No,
he's
not Monkey.
Granted, he's
Monkey
a great
was
player.
a steal at the tier. He was a steal at that tier.
100%.
He's not a tier 4.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell.
No, he went.
So for Surge, not saying he's a bad player, but
yeah,
it's not really. I would say respectfully, it's a downgrade.
Yeah.
And we can all agree.
So
Monkey was the number one target for Josh.
100%.
Because he played with him the whole time.
Yeah, he's a mismatch.
And now it's gonna. Maybe it's in a good way. It's gonna force him to see the field more.
Sure.
Because there was some. You look back at the tapes.
Listen, Josh has one pass, fastball. He threw an out to Carlos the other day, and I felt
he throws it hard and harder.
Carlos was about 7 yards away, and I said, "He's gonna fucking kill him."
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, how do you catch that?
Yeah.
It's right there. Just
throw it. Just
you body catch it.
So are you saying Josh is on the block?
I'm going off mic.
Got him.
So I got a great Josh story. I told a couple people. So I'm reffing this game, and I'm the head ref. So we flip the coin, and Josh ends up winning. You want to get back on the mic there, Mike? Talk about this. So he wins the toss.
This is season.
The season. It's happened this weekend. They just passed, and or the weekend before, and he gave me a very confidence. We'll take defense, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna take defense, no problem. And I tell Boldy he's gonna take He goes, what? He goes, yeah, he's gonna take defense. Then Jason Castellano comes, hey man, like we can't change it. I go, no man, you already picked defense. Like there's no changing here. You guys are screwed. And of course, Boldy, I think, gave the ball right back to them. Josh, it's up to 4. You want to get ball first. Just word of advice.
Yeah, first to 4 wins, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's my little Josh story. Man, I kind of like that team, man, with Monkey, but now, I don't know with Surge how that's going to look. Because Jason Castellanos is a great player. Carlos is a good little player. And then you have Monkey. Was a different. Who's your other guy, Lazo?
Chris Zuzo.
Oh, Chris Z.
Chris Z and me.
He's on the block.
I'm sure he's willingly.
He's on the block. He's on the block. Oh, yeah.
So
he's on the block. He's definitely on the block.
It's funny because the first ball that Josh throws, you're going to receive Carlos's face. Bro, this guy, man. I'm like, Carlos, I need you.
So this is what I understand. How do you guys beat Arizona 4-2? Then you lose to Petra 4-3.
Yeah, get on the mic.
Josh, you got joshed?
We were up 3-1.
I heard about that.
And if you look back at that film, Chris Z is naked on almost every other play, and it's just heaving it
Monkey.
up to Monkey. And granted, Monkey has made some plays for us. Yeah, there was one stop and goal that he burnt. He burnt the DB. Yeah, but he threw one touchdown. Jason got a pick six. We're up to, and then I forgot how we got scored the third one. But yeah, there's 2 drives for each team back to back that nobody scored. They stopped us, we stopped, they stopped, we stopped, and they ended up Berra just threw a nice dime to Dusty to end the game. It was
I saw
a
it.
post.
I saw it.
And just
Yep.
all dime piece in the corner of the end zone.
What's crazy? I saw Bishop play against the Ravens the first game without Mark. They lost 2-0. So I get back at the end of the day when I see how she scores. I'm like, how did Brenda lose 2-0, but then they beat the team 4-3? It's crazy. Isn't it?
Doesn't make. Well, I think that's the story of the season. Right?
Anybody can win.
Anybody can win.
Anybody can win.
And how many 3-1 games have people come back from? We did. I mean, we beat the Colts. The Colts has lost another one. I think they lost the Lions. They were up 3-1. They lost that game. Now I'm hearing about this game up 3-1.
They were up 3-3 against us, or they were up 3-2, I think, against us. We got them a pick six. We got the ball back, and then we did a little dump to Andres, and Andres took us to the house.
There you go. So yeah, it's just gonna be one of those seasons where anybody has a shot in any given game. The 49ers game. Did you guys see the 49ers Texans game? That was a game.
No, I left. I had my son's base.
Okay, so basically,
Kurt called me after that game. He told me
the 49ers had it wrapped because I think it was 3.1 to 3.
I think they lost 3-2. I'm looking here, 3-2.
Yeah, they lost 3-2, right? So it was 2.1 to 2. The 49ers are up with, I think, like 19 seconds left. And they give Kevin the ball back. And Kevin ends up scoring to beat them, leaving them on the field.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and instead of Kukuyu running out the clock, give him back the ball.
That happened to us against the Jaguars. We almost blew the game because we tried to score again for points for no reason. We could have ended the game. And luckily, we stopped them. But yeah, the Niners gonna be tough now because they got no Kukuyu quarterback. So I think he's gonna quarterback this week.
Is he?
That's what I've heard. That's what I was talking to Kurt, and Kurt says that.
Yeah, so I play with Kukuyu this weekend, and he had it wrapped up. I mean, he was catching the ball, but he had to put a glove on.
He says he can't grip it right now.
Yeah, he can't grip it. Yeah,
so, can't grip. You can't throw.
You can't throw. Yeah.
Might make him stronger if you still can throw the ball because now you have him and Kurt on the outside. It's a big upgrade on offense.
Yeah, but can you still throw the ball?
I don't know.
That's the question. And then you have no handoff guy either.
Yeah, I know Kurt can't throw. I know Verlin can't throw.
Yeah, so who can throw there?
And
It didn't have a handoff guy before.
Maybe Chris Campos can throw.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah, Georgia says he's going to get handoffs now. And then me and Peter are like, you're going to get handoffs, but you can't throw the ball.
You can't throw the ball.
So what are you going to do with that?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Too bad we're not playing them this week.
I got them this week. So.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a tough schedule, though. So it's not.
So usually we have a graveyard by this time, which I guess the Dolphins, you can consider them. Are they a true graveyard? I mean,
I don't think they're coming out of.
They're not coming out of the 0-5-1. Let's see the Dolphins schedule. Raiders,
Saints, and Falcons. So 2 out of 3 tough games. The Saints can be a 50-50 game, depending on how Petra throws. Raiders, I think they're going to go 5. I don't know what the status on Jeremy is. Jeremy's pulled hamstring, pro groin, or something like that.
Yeah.
So they might have to go 5 strong with him.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, it all depends. They can easily go 2-1 or 1-2. If they go 1-2, they're a graveyard the rest of the year.
Yeah, they're done, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're fighting for the first pick next season. Oh, man.
They would be like 10 points out from everyone else.
What do you think about the Ravens? I had a chance to see them. I kind of like their team.
I played them this week. So I think they have their weakness with their 2 tier 6s.
Yeah,
I call CP a tier 6.
I know.
I just don't think I seen him play. He talks his game that he would help them be 3-0. They wouldn't be where they're at without him. They'd be a graveyard team. I don't think so. I think they have quality players. Lopez, Shamir. They went without Mark.
Rivas went on the record with me this weekend and told me he was going to go 3-0. So I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
He says you're the first one to know. I'm going 3-0 today.
It's possible.
Let's see it.
He has a tough schedule. He has Falcons, us, and Raiders. So it's not an easy schedule.
I mean, it'll be impressive if he can pull it off.
All power to him. I don't see it happening. But hey,
Ah.
I'm just being honest. I don't think that team is built to go 3-0. You know, Mike Lopez is a problem.
So let's talk about my Chargers. Are they going to get a win this weekend?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Was Tony Trejo's going to be quarterback, hand off
Yeah.
to Peaky?
Yeah.
So yeah, Peaky quarterbacking.
Mm-hmm. Throwing a Ham, Donnell, and Ray.
The thing is that Ham and Donald don't have to get off the field. So
yeah.
And you guys play.
We got the Saints, Texans, huh? No, I'm not gonna be on vacation
Again?
Wow. Again. Oh, well, the other one, no, it was. One was for my anniversary.
It's all right, buddy. We
spent some alone time, and then I went for a few days, and then I'm going on a cruise. So because it's a spring break for my kids, and I couldn't get out of it. So
yeah, I think you guys beat the Lions and you beat the Chargers. I mean, I'm sorry, and the Saints. So I think you go 2-1 this week.
You think so? I mean, I think that Lions game will be tough for us. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk.
Not a cakewalk, but I think they don't have enough to cover Donnell and.
Let me see their
Ham. You got Montano, Robbie, Gerson, or not Gerson.
I'm looking them up.
Haas, Bender,
and
John. They have actually a good team though, because their 2 tier 6s are big guys and they're good. They're mobile.
Yeah, but who are they going to put at the line? I guess they're going to put Robbie to try to take away Peaky.
No,
and then Montano and Donnell.
That's not going to happen though. There's no way Robbie's keeping Peaky in control.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be,
and for them, it's good because now Corona doesn't have to play defense again, so they can go with their best 5 on defense.
Is Corona worse defensively than Bender?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Because Bender's atrocious.
Yeah, but he's a big old body who can move in the middle. Corona's a stiff. It's Corona right here.
Sorry, Bender. You know who your daddy is.
Wow.
Oh, I've.
But yeah, you guys, you should go 2-1. I think 1-1 maybe tie that game against.
Maybe a tie.
Yeah,
I'll take it. Listen, we're shooting for 1 win. I'll be honest. We're happy with 1 win. Kind of planned it out this way.
You still have Peaky and Donnell at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you still have 2 mismatches anywhere you look at it. There's no team that's built to cover both of those guys at the end of the day, except for the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
I covered Donnell and.
I know.
Donnell, I'm your daddy. Oh, I've been texting him every day.
You've been texting him
all the time.
Oh my god.
Oh, I send him videos and pictures, and Donnell's like, "Yeah, Stritz, you're my daddy." I text Kurt.
Be careful what you ask for.
I text Kurt.
We're gonna have to see each other again in the championship.
I'll take it though.
All right.
I text Kurt. I won't be on the field for that game though for defense.
Yeah, all right.
I text Kurt. Hey, text Donnell. He's like, "Oh, Stritz."
All right. So
yeah, I don't think there's not really that many graveyards. The Packers can get out of it.
Who does PD play this week? Let's see.
Saints, Colts, and Raiders and Colts.
Huh. He should go 2-1.
That game against Petra might be like a 1-1 game. The way they're both playing, that can be a 1-1 shootout.
Yeah. And my boy PD's not 100 right now. He's not.
He's bagged up?
A little bit.
Yeah. Everyone is at this time.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's just coming off a tournament too. He played Sunday. So.
And Lazo, you're missing this week too, right?
Where are you going, Lazo?
Vacation again.
You're going to
on a cruise,
Singapore?
Spring break for my kids. I couldn't get out of it.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Oh man. But yeah, man, there's been a lot of surprises this season. I've thought, I didn't think we would have been 4-2 at this stage. I think we had to. I thought I had to make a trade after week 1. And me and Peter talked.
I don't see a lot of more trades happening. Maybe after this week, but I don't see a lot. It's just hard to move pieces.
I think it's because people are scared now of DDPA and the whole they don't want to approve trades, so they're just getting frustrated. Because Kevin Nunez is trying to make trades, Petra's trying to make trades, I try to make trades. Yeah. I made 2 trades already in 1 week. Just
the quarterbacks this season don't have a lot of value.
They don't. Which is why I tell you, who's going to take on Petra? It has to be a quarterback from quarterback, and who wants
there's not a lot of value at quarterback right now. So that's why I was like, I told Peaky's like, I'm like, dude, you can plant it, you can write it on a tree, you can write it on the ground. I have no value. No. You guys can discuss it. I can trade you. You have value.
Of course.
So you better be careful what you're telling people.
I get 3 for 1 on you,
exactly.
Go 7 strong here.
Exactly. But I haven't shopped you around, Peaky. So
I don't think you should either.
No, I haven't.
Unless you want to get into me for my tier 5 or 6. Eric Monteroga, this is a big deal.
No. I'm straight. All right, so let's before we wrap it up, give me the two. So if I give you these 3 teams, or I'm going to give you 4 teams in the North, because I think the Chargers get in, we get in. I think the 49ers are going to get in.
Texans.
I think the Texans get in. The Lions, I think they may get in. Okay. But okay, so if I give you, I think for the 3 locks are Chargers, 49ers, Texans, I think get in. If I give you Lions, Ravens, Raiders, Patriots, Dolphins, you got to give me 2 of those that don't make the playoffs. Who are they?
I think the Dolphins for sure are going to be out.
Okay.
And the only problem with the Raiders is that you got to see what happens with those trades.
Right.
Because I just don't think that team's going to stay built together.
Okay.
So for that reason, if Chris D gets traded from that team, I don't think that team makes the playoffs. So they have to keep Chris D. He's their most valuable piece.
Well,
obviously.
that's who he's shopping around.
Or Chris D's shopping Greg or vice versa.
Yeah.
There's something's going on there that.
Going on.
But I would say I think the Patriots make it. Patriots are built pretty well.
Okay.
So I would say the Dolphins.
Patriots are going to make another move after this week.
You think so?
Yeah. They're not staying put.
But they got a pretty well-rounded team.
Yeah, let me look at their team.
Their weakest link is Ray. You know, Freddie Semino throwing, Chris Martinez, Ant, Enzo, Boo.
No, it's a nice team. Very nice team. It all falls on Freddie Semino.
I think they need some help on offense.
Yeah, they need a number 1 receiver.
Well, you got Ant. So
yeah, you have Ant. You're right. But is Ant going to be taking handoffs?
if Ant takes handoffs, then they need a number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
listen, Chris Martinez is big, long, and lanky.
They're good, man. They're really set up well. It's all going to fall on Freddie Semino at the quarterback position. Let's see what happens. But they're set up to make a run.
Listen, he played well the 3 games we had him. You know,
Yeah.
I thought he played. You know,
They're a top 3 team, I think. When it's all said and done, they're a top 4 team. When it's all
top
said and
4
done,
team, yes, not top 3. I think the Texans still make a move. I know Kevin likes to trade.
Yeah.
He's been shopping around back and forth. Google and you guys should be the top 3 guys, top 2 teams there. And then in the South side, I think the Jaguars just got better. I think who doesn't make it there?
Not by much. I don't think it's that big of a gap.
I think it's the Saints and the Steelers don't make it there,
The Saints and the Steelers?
or the Packers.
How about the Colts? Colts get in?
Yeah.
You think they get in?
Who did they pick up now? They got Izzy. They downgraded, I think. They got Izzy and
I listen, and going to the Colts, man.
he's gonna feed Daleks 100 times.
I get that, but he hurt himself with that trade. And I told him in the captain's chat. You saw what I told him.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, they were trying to trade him. You were trying to defend him.
The problem is there that so I was approached today. He's like, hey, have they offered me to you? And I'm like, no one's offered me to you. He's like, oh, a bunch of people are telling me that they're offering me around trying to shop me. And I said, who? And then he told me who. So as soon as I saw the trade ticker go on, I was like, I knew it was Dario trading Gertz. Like 100%.
Right.
I knew it was happening. Especially if he went 1-3.
Yeah.
And Gertz was going to try to ship him out. He's like, F it. Before he gets me, I'm getting him.
Yeah.
Because Dario just didn't want to get traded, you know?
Yeah. So do you think the combination of Izzy and Ant Nunez is better than Angel Alvarez and Gerson?
I didn't see Angel Alvarez play because he didn't play against us, so he was out.
He played good. He played well against us.
So I don't know.
He's fast.
Yeah.
He's faster than Ant Nunez. And Gerson's a better all-around player.
So in reality, now
I like Ant Nunez. It's just
so Dario has 3 rushes now,
basically
Izzy and Nunez and A2.
Yeah.
So his offense is going to struggle because he's just going to if you lock up Daleks, which it's not easy. It can be done though, but he's going to have to force feed Daleks, and then he's going to throw picks, and that's what's going to happen. So
yeah,
he might have to make another move because he can't go with 3 rushers on defense.
Yeah.
Especially with Ant and Izzy, who, no offense, are not the tallest guys in the world.
Right.
So you line up a tier 6 that's big on him.
Yeah.
You know, they're just going to body them up.
Right. Interesting, Dario. I think you get in. I still think you get in.
I think he gets in. I think because the Saints are so bad.
And how about the Steelers, man? Maybe the Steelers will make it.
That's what I think. The Steelers, between the Steelers, the Saints, and the Packers, depending on what Petey can do.
That monkey loss was huge. That was very, very big.
Yeah, I think it was huge, and I think, I think he could have waited a little bit longer. to get someone. I think he jumped the gun with Surge.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's good because they're going 5 strong this week. No offense, Lazo, but I think obviously the weakest link on defense. So I think now they're gonna have their full defense, and they have some winnable games. I think the Lions are a winnable game, depending how Kevin Nunez comes game 1, and then the Jaguars. Jaguars are both good. They're fast, speed. They have a shifty little team.
Yeah, they struggled against us.
Yeah, they asked me for my opinion. I told them how to play. You guys just play Striz deep, and that's it.
Yeah.
They
Didn't work out for them.
Well, Agent tried. I heard you got lost a couple times.
Yeah, it didn't work. Didn't work.
But yeah, like, what would you think would be the biggest surprise so far, overall? Like, if you see, I
think the Cardinals. When I scrimmaged the Cardinals, I thought that they were dog shit.
Yeah,
and
I still think they're dog shit.
I don't think so.
I think offensively they're going to be. I think it'll catch up to them.
I think they're a top 3 team in your division. I think they're better than the Jaguars. Just because even though Polty, like,
Jaguars are good, man. They're sneaky good.
Yeah,
they're not a bad team. The Jaguars. Chris just has to trust his arm a little more, and stop running around so much.
I still think that the top 3 teams, Jaguars are probably the 4th team that I would say there. It's look, the Cardinals, Chiefs, Falcons, and Jaguars are the top 4 teams in that division.
And that's the way it sits right now.
Yeah. So what essentially the 4 bottom teams are fighting for 5 and 6, and it's the Steelers, Colts, Saints, and Packers who are going to make it out of it.
Yeah, that's basically the way I see it too.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it remains to be seen. But yeah.
So you think there'll be less trades going forward?
I think so. There's just not a lot of value out there,
especially in the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Like, these guys don't want to get traded.
No.
Like, I think Bears is the only one that willingly wants to get traded from the quarterback position.
Just the position, the quarterback. A lot of these trades revolve around quarterback play.
Yeah.
Around the quarterback, and
it's almost all.
And this season is just like there's no value there.
No.
Like, it's not there. But all right, let's go. Let's move to dud. Who do you think is going to get dud this week? I think we hit on our dud last week, right, Angel?
Yeah, it was a given though. He had 5 guys. Actually, he started our game against us.
How great was that Rocket Man video?
Who's doing these videos? You can say it.
I have no idea. I just got it forwarded to me. That's it.
Listen, the Saints have a tough schedule between them. If they lose that Packer game, they're losing the Dolphin game, and I think they're going to lose to you guys. So then the Saints can go 0-3.
So you think it's Peja? Peja gets stud?
And that team gets blown up after that.
Oof. Oh, man, he was offering me some ridiculous trades, and I'm like, Pablo, like, come on.
Yeah, he offered me that deal when he was in Vegas, or Colorado or Vegas, when he texted me. And as soon as I saw him, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that trade. And then afterwards, I called him the day. He's like, oh, Carlos is missing. I said, no, I didn't know. But I'll take it for another 10 games, though.
Of course. No, it was a great gamble on your part.
Like,
a great gamble.
I didn't know he was going to be out, so I said, yeah, I'll take it anyways.
Great gamble.
I already said yes, and it is what it is,
Right.
And now I have another athlete to mix into the loop now, so I think we're going to be stronger. But yeah, my dud would go to Peja this week. He has a full team, and he has a tough schedule.
He does.
I still think that Angel's gonna have to do a lot of handoffs with David.
Can Angel go back to back duds?
No, because I think David's gonna take a lot of the ball this week. He's gonna have to.
He's gonna take the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, Angel threw so bad last week. It was miserable.
David was miserable.
And I think
video, David.
I think
on the ground, rethinking his life.
I think he said, oh, it's not easy to throw a wet ball. And I'm thinking to myself, it's 100 degrees out there Saturday. What ball was wet? Unless it slipped on your shirt.
Well, the 8 in the morning, usually there's mist on the...
That shit was dry as a fucking bone.
I know.
He just threw it up and prayed that David was an out jump Peter. And David just grabbed Peter and said, you're coming down with me.
Yeah. Rocket Man.
That poor guy.
What a great name. What a great name. Rocket Man. Amazing.
Yeah, I listen, that's why, no offense, but that's why he was number 15th overall quarterback. I think it proves itself that, a great guy, but I think his arm talent is not there.
Yeah. All right. Who am I going to pick as dud? All right. Angels, I'm not going to pick. I'm going to say, wow, it's hard. I'm going to say Josh. Even though he's playing, no, you know what? I'll take that back. Yeah, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna go with my boy Petey since he's not here. Can I get a clap? Can I get a clap? You heard it here, folks. Petey. Petey has done this week. Petey might be the worst done deal captain ever.
His team was solid before he made his trade.
I know. He just has bad luck. He found the glass.
He has a lot of bad luck and he makes a lot of bad moves. For the
Well,
life
he
of
also drafted 2 rushers to begin with when he drafted Gianni and Izzy. They're the same player.
right.
You know?
Let me ask you this because I was talking to him about this. Who do you like better, Gianni or Kevin Garcia?
Who's Kevin Garcia? Kevin
Kevin G.
Gianni.
You do?
I like Gianni better.
Really? I think Kevin's a better offensive player. Yeah.
Gianni's played good defense the last 2 seasons since he's been
He
playing.
could rush.
Yeah. No, even at corner, he's got a
I think
good
he had an offer for that. I would have considered it.
What, Gianni for Kevin G?
Yeah, the thing is, Kevin G's toxic. So
I know he didn't. He was only like 8 minutes on my team in the night.
you shipped him out.
Just fuck around, bro.
Well, that's what I hear from other people that he's a little toxic.
Well, he got traded like twice last season too.
He did.
Yeah.
Talks a lot. Hey,
Well,
wait,
what-
did you see the hot seat with him? What'd you think about that?
I'm the best quarterback there is.
No,
Oh, you haven't seen the hot seat
you
yet?
haven't seen
Is
it.
that what he's?
Oh, he's like, yeah, you got to have that. I said, listen, I have a lot of confidence. I'm probably one of the cockiest guys out there, but I'm realistic. At the end of the
You?
day. Yeah, absolutely. Fuck, I'm 43, but but I'm realistic.
Right.
Okay.
I'm better than half the quarterbacks in this league this season. Yes, I agree with that. But am I top 3 or 4? Absolutely not.
Okay.
There's no. I'm not even top 5 or 6 probably. But I'm realistic. I'm in the middle of the pack. But I'm also age like
So you got if you're not top 6, you're probably 7 or 8 then.
yeah, which is
'Cause
where I
there's only
was.
No,
16
you're higher.
teams.
You're higher than that. Papa,
Quarterback
you're higher.
wise, the thing is that there's a difference. Quarterback wise and DD wise. So because Kevin Nunez is a better
Are
all
you better
around
at Kevin G?
left-handed.
No, I'm talking about just pure quarterback player. You're in the top 5.
Oh, then I'm in the top 5.
Yeah,
Andy, you
absolutely,
better
yeah.
than Kevin G?
no way.
You're not?
I'm just lucky. I'm lucky to be here. I'm just lucky to get picked as a captain and end up with Peaky.
Is Roger better than Kevin G?
Roger's better than Kevin G. Yeah, Roger's better than Kevin G.
Really? You think so?
Throwing, yeah.
What do you think about a team?
I mean, Kevin has a better arm, but the problem is Roger calls better plays. Roger kind of has a concept of what defenses are trying to do.
I saw Kevin play in the scrimmage and it was atrocious.
Yeah, it's bad.
And then
Who do you think is better, Roger? Have you seen Roger play?
I saw
Have you really truly seen?
No,
Roger
I have
play?
not seen Roger play.
Yeah,
today.
it's better.
So
It's better, and that because I'm the first one to rag on Roger.
maybe it's his play calling.
His play calling is a lot better. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's learned how to play call. Roger understands how to move defenses around. Kevin G has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, and this season it's it
You know,
might
he's
have-
talking about so like in the hot seat, he was talking about running a spread
I can
offense.
already hear.
Yeah.
I can already hear Roger's head.
Yeah. So running a spread offense, that's the last thing you want to do in DD. You want to bunch people up,
confuse him.
confuse them. You want to do that if you have the better athletes, spread them out. Sure, get your one-on-ones, but you want to bunch up a lot.
How did that
And
work for you guys? One-on-ones.
It won't happen again, buddy. Trust me, I learned my lesson in that game.
Listen.
Congratulations.
So what happened on
How
that
good.
interception?
How
What
good
did you do on that interception? You just threw it up
I
because they if you see the video, they both ran double post outs,
sure.
and you threw right to the middle.
So-
Which I had a feeling you were going to underthrow Donnell. I thought he was going to turn around before the first down, so I saw I played there, but I just saw like.
So what I saw was you playing a mile back,
Mhm.
and I thought Ham would have read that you're playing a mile back and sit it down.
But my corner sat there though too. Though
No. The middle was wide. Ask
the
Andres.
middle was wide open.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he just would have turned around, that's what I thought. Maybe he saw, but he didn't see it. Obviously, that takes a long time to
No.
develop.
No, of course. I just didn't know what you thought on that play.
Yeah.
It was just such an easy interception.
Yeah,
Like, my-
he can just turn around. But anyways, that's on me. That game was on me. That's fine. We needed that wake up call because then Jaguars got the business the next game.
it's good for them.
Yeah. So,
Before you
yeah,
close.
like what were you gonna ask me? You put me in the hot seat?
No. Simple question came to mind actually. Put together the most toxic DD team you can think of.
Ooh,
Roger steady. Every position, quarterback, everything.
No. It could be a random team. It doesn't have to.
I
be.
think Kevin Nunez is toxic because he just
Jordan, or Kevin brings it out of Jordan.
Jordan with Kevin together.
Yeah.
What do you
Jordan's
think about a team with Roger, Angel, and Kevin G.
Oh, Kevin G study. You gotta put study there.
Steady.
Yeah, you gotta put study in there for sure.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else is in there?
I think Kevin G just gets. I think Kevin Nunez knows all the rules and all that, so he tries to manipulate the referees every single game, so it comes off as toxic, you know. So like, just listen. I'm a loudmouth too, but every play it doesn't have to be a challenge.
Can you imagine Piki on that team?
Oh, Piggy, Jordan, Kevin.
Oh my
Roger.
god, study would be amazing.
Well, you know, since I joined this league about a year, it's gonna be almost a year in the summertime. It's fun. It's
It's amazing. It's the best league ever. It's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so you're kicking us off. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, it's the best league ever.
it's
The content that's provided, no
oh, that-
other. I tell people all the time, what makes us different is that chat.
You know, Remet told me before I first started, he's like, Stritz, you're gonna hate the fucking chat,
Right?
Because it's gonna eat at you and they're gonna talk shit. And I'm
Yeah.
not one to give a shit.
Yeah.
But man, when you hear like Steady just yapping, oh, no one throws my way, no one throws my way. I think he's gonna like 5 or 6 touchdowns in the first 2 games.
So
He's
how
like,
much
oh,
are the donations up to now?
60, 80. I'll double it. At this point, I'll double it. Guys, $20 bounties on Steady's head for touchdowns. $20. Charity of your choice. I don't care. At the end of the season. But
Make a wish, Kevin Garcia.
some migallito, bakery, whatever you guys want. It doesn't matter.
Migallito. Oh my god. Oh, speaking of which, that's our sponsor. So I gotta do a clip after this,
Oh,
so you can start off. Thank you to our sponsor, Migallito, the best pastelitos in town. Other than, no, just kidding. The
Okay.
best pastelitos in
Can't
town.
even say with a straight face.
Yeah,
now.
look at
I
yeah.
bet you
Say with a straight face.
I do. I love his pastelitos. I'm there every morning, Saturday morning at 6 a.m.
And just for the record, I'm not holding a gun.
Hey,
at
but we
him.
got to do a clip at the beginning. So, shouting out our sponsor.
I'll put that in the beginning for you,
I appreciate it. Thanks.
as they're gonna watch it at the end as well.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care. At this point, I don't care. All right, man. So, any closing remarks there, Stritzy?
enjoy your cruise and let's go. The
Thank
best
you.
Team wins. You
Thank you. It's
I
gonna be an
don't-
interesting week, and I can't
don't
wait.
have predictions anymore. Last time I predicted, I went 0-3. So I know that.
All right, brother.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you for coming, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Love is the kind of hanging no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride. Trying to holler at me.